Hello, this is librarian Jennifer Bone from the Belleville Campus Library. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how to find a research study so that you can complete your research critique assignment. First, travel to the SWIC Library webpage. You can go to swic.edu and then hover over Student Services and locate Library in the drop-down list, or Community and locate Library from that drop-down list. We're also located in the Services drop-down list in Brightspace. Once you get onto the library page, scroll down underneath the picture and go to the blue rectangle. This is what we call our search widget. You'll see that you can search for articles, books and movies, and facts. We are going to locate a research study in our article tab. You will see that underneath we have 3 research database collections: EBSCO, JSTOR, and Opposing Viewpoints. For nursing, keep your dot in front of the selected EBSCO option. Then move to the spot where you can type in your search term. If you are using a single word as your search term, like stroke, influenza, arthritis, or telehealth, just go ahead and type in your topic and click Go. If you're using a term that has multiple words, like palliative care, patient safety, or heart disease, go ahead and type it into the box and put quotation marks at the beginning and end of that term so that when it searches, it keeps that phrase together as it looks through journals to try to find a research study for you to use. I'm going to use the term stroke, and then I'm going to click Go. After clicking Go, you will land on a results page. Before you move forward, I would recommend that you go to the top right-hand corner and click on the My EBSCO Sign In. I'm going to make this page just a little bit bigger so that you can see it on the screen, but by clicking on the My EBSCO Sign In, it will allow you to save articles that you might want to set aside as favorites, and also save any of the searches that you have done so you can go back and see the results list again. When you click on My EBSCO, it'll give you this drop-down option, and click on the lower blue button that says Sign In to My EBSCO. You will be prompted to put in your eStorm username and password. So you would put in your student ID number, and then you would put in your password. Once you log in, you'll be returned back to the same page. Now, I did my search term as stroke, and I have 282,000 articles that I could look at. They're going to be all different types from magazines and journals, so let me give you some quick tips on how to narrow it down. Now, the first thing I want to tell you is that when you do your search initially in here, think of EBSCO as a shopping mall, and we are dropping you off at Sears, JCPenney's, and Macy's. They are very general collections that you're searching in, and they have a variety of topics. Since you're in the nursing program, we want to make sure that you're getting access to all of the medical journals that we have. So to do that, go to the very top where it says Searching, and you'll see Academic Search Ultimate and 2 more. Click right on that link, and you'll see a whole list of collections appear. You'll see the 3 initial collections listed, and then you will want to add 4 medical collections: Medline Ultimate, HealthSource Nursing Academic Edition, HealthSource Consumer Edition, and Consumer Health Complete. After adding in those collections, click Select at the bottom right-hand corner. Now you'll see that it has Academic Search Ultimate and 6 more at the top. Now we've really expanded the grouping that we have, but there is a lot of great medical focused resources in here that you will want to have access to. The next thing we need to do is set some parameters. So your instructor only wants articles that have been published within the past 5 years. Directly underneath this search term, you will want to go to the tile that says All Time. Do that drop-down box and select Past 5 years. It will adjust your results, and now we've lost a whole bunch off of our list. We're down to 240,000. The next tile we want to click is Peer Reviewed. That means that the article was written by an expert in the field and reviewed by his colleagues or peers before it was published. This will make sure that you have a higher level article, and most research studies have this peer-reviewed feature on it. You'll see that our first example right here has that verified check mark that says peer-reviewed. So please check that tile so that we make sure that your list has those as well. The next tile we'd like to select is full text. Some of the articles listed on your results list will only have the citation and will not link to the full text of the article. For this assignment, we want to make sure that you have one-click access, so go ahead and click full text. You'll see since we've clicked those three tiles, the first tile that says all filters has the number 3 listed after it, so all 3 of those has registered. The last tile I'd like you to click is the one for all filters, and we want to make sure that the articles that you're provided are written in English. This is an international database, so there are other languages. Click on all filters. On the right-hand side, you'll see a menu that comes in from the right. You can scroll down and go to the Languages drop-down menu and select English. After that, making that selection, click on the blue Apply button in the lower right corner. Now we can see that we have all 4 of these items listed here. Now, as you are looking at your list, we want to make sure that there are a few things that will be helpful as you're reviewing the research studies. Now, not all of these qualify for your assignment. Let me show you a couple of don'ts or things to avoid when you're looking at your list. On the left-hand side, I have a dashboard, and this is where I can see any articles that I have saved. I've saved a couple that won't work, and I'm going to click on the Saved tile to show you those. The first ones that I have come up are ones that in the title of the article have something that either says a literature review or it says a systematic review or meta-synthesis. I can also see one that says systematic review and meta-analysis. Those are usually studies that have been done, but it is a review of the literature. So they are possibly finding a new study, but it's only from reading about 20 other studies that they're gathering that information and drawing a conclusion. Those are not a true research study that has been including researchers and participants. That's only a researcher researching studies. So please avoid any articles that have literature review, systematic review, and meta-synthesis. Another thing to avoid would be any entries that have only one article listed, or author listed. If there's only one author, that means it really wasn't a research study on a big enough scale to qualify for your research critique. Usually research studies involves a group of researchers that are trying to solve a problem that might be in the field. So keep those things in mind when you're looking to avoid single authors and to avoid anything that says those terms. If we go back to our results list, to see if it's a true research study, you actually need to open up the article to see if it has all the bits and pieces. Now you'll know that if you want to find out if it is a research study, you're going to want to look for these components. It's going to need to have a title, author, abstract, an introduction, a method section, a results section, a discussion conclusion section, and references. So what we're going to do is go into our list and kind of look at some of these titles and see if any of them sound like they would work. I have already looked at this list earlier and I found one that works really well. So I'm going to scroll down the list. And I'm going to look at my number 8. So when I look at this result right here, I can see that my title is the hyperlink and I can see the authors listed right here. And there is an additional 3 more. I can see it was published in this journal. And I can also see the date of publication, a little bit of the summary, and some of the subject terms that describe it. I can click on the title to look at this in more detail. I can see the published in, so this is my journal title. I can see the authors listed here, but there are still 2 more listed. I can scroll down and I can read the abstract, which is the summary. And then to actually review this article, I can do it right here. I can either directly download it, or I can come in here to Access Options and click on PDF to open it. Once I open it, I can see the article on the left. On the right-hand side, I can see publication contents. These are other articles from this journal as well. If I don't want to look at them and I just want to look at this article, I can click that menu closed. As I look at the article, one thing that I check is that the authors are listed somewhere on the front page, and I like to see where they are located. One key indicator to make sure that these are researchers in a location is to check the location of where they are along with the location of the participants. I can see from my research list, they are underneath is where they're working. I can see they're at the University of Miami. And so one thing I do is I scroll down. I'm looking for those pieces like abstract and introduction. And then I try to find the methods section. Here's material and methods. And I can see my participants were recruited from a clinic at the University of Miami. That is a very good sign that this is a true research study. Another thing I like to do to qualify this as a true research study is I like to read the abstract. And as I read the abstract, I kind of like to look for words that says our study. So as I look in here, I can kind of read through it really quickly and see if they ever mention that. And I can see right here it says our study aims. That's a good indicator that these researchers really did do this study and participate with the participants. So with those particular items in place, I can think this is going to be a pretty good study for me to start analyzing it and seeing if I can answer the questions. Now there is a toolbar at the very top, and these will allow you to download it. It will also allow you to share it. When I click on the share button, I can save it to the cloud or get a link back to it. I can choose to email this to my SWIC email, or I can choose to send it to my personal email, or you'll see the example here, I can send it to both just to make sure that I have it. So those are some features that you can do. I can also use this little ribbon here, which is how you save Instagram Reels, but I can save it into my EBSCO, and I have cloud space here as well. So I can click that save feature. I can also get the citation for this article from just hitting cite. I can select my citation style and take it with me. So it's a quick, easy way to get all of this information with you. Now, once you do any of your saving, you can click on the Save tile on the left. That will allow you to see any of the articles that you have saved. I can also go to my searches option in that saved field, and I can see any searches that I might have done. Now, I logged in a little bit after I did my initial search, so it doesn't remember it, but any searches I would do from here on out would be saved in my saved file. I can also look at my recent activity. This is going to show what I was just doing in my search history right here, so I can see I searched stroke, so I can click on that. So know that these are just quick ways that you can get some research databases to help you find a research study. If you have any questions or want to reach out for help in any way, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'm Jennifer Bone. My contact information is located in the Contact Us link on the SWIC Library webpage. You can reach out to myself, or you can reach out to my better half, Samantha Rogers. She's the other full-time reference librarian here at Belleville. Good luck with your assignment, and we hope to hear from you if you're struggling.